Ta-da! We are here. It is now time to get on with our shows for tonight. This is John Young with the Disc Jockey News, and you are witnessing a historic night. Why is that? Because we have not only Ron with us once, not only twice he's back again.
It's the week of Ron.
It's the week of Ron.
It's the week of Ron. It's a holiday we should all be celebrating. It's
an incredible thing to experience the week of Ron.
Be on twice in 1 week. That's an honor.
That's unheard of.
Yep.
I mean, even myself, they don't want to see me twice in 1 week.
Even I don't want to. I'm looking at myself going, God,
there he is again.
There he is again. Yeah. This time I'm wearing pants though. So.
Oh, well, that makes it completely different than last time.
It'll be a totally different dynamic.
And you guys will notice that we kind of spruced up the set here a little bit. And Ron, if you look, you're going to see our garland all the way around here. And we've got some Christmas ornaments. And we've got the 12 Days logo down below. Jimmy decided to kind of spiffy up the whole set. So it's looking pretty cool there.
You're all red. Where's the green? I see lots of red.
I know. I've got the red. And I was going to bring a second light and do the green thing. But then I had to set up. I'm going to tip you guys just a little bit. Whoa! Back there is the music show location where I'm going to be going with that. And I had to go and get a couple of mics set up and audio with that. So I didn't get a chance to come over here.
You're really gotten big time now. You got all these studios. You got a studio for this thing and a studio for that thing. And
yeah, sometimes.
I'm impressed. I was here on the ground floor.
Yeah, you were when we were doing it like in that outhouse that was behind the house.
Yeah.
That first show, that was fun.
That was before even internet. We had to yell at each other.
Exactly. And you being in Kansas City and me in Minnesota, it took some time.
It was tough. It was really tough.
So tonight we've got drawings. We're going to be giving away, in both shows, we're going to be giving away a full pass to Mobile Beat Las Vegas 2017.
Whoa!
That's where you're going to get your chance to get even more, Ron Ruth. I mean, I'm just saying. If you thought you couldn't get enough, you're right, first off. You can't get enough.
There's more?
There's more. You will be there. And you're going to be speaking on stage.
I'm going to be speaking at Mobile Beat. Yeah, I'm going to be doing my workshop on Sunday and Monday, Audio Amazing Love Story workshop, audioamazinglovestory.com. If you want to check it out, you can get a discount right now. I'll be doing that Sunday and Monday. And then I'm also going to be presenting on client experience. It's a brand new presentation called Inspire-Imaginativity. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So you don't want to miss it.
And it's all coming up in March. You guys, before we started, There was the ad for Mobile Beat was running, so you guys can check that out. Thank you if you're joining us on Facebook. Thank you for watching. We're going to be following the chat room on YouTube. So if you're on Facebook, pop over to the links down below. I believe we've got the link there for tonight's show. Otherwise, go to discjockeynews.com/live, and that will take you to the way you can find our live show tonight. It'll take you to the main page. We got Howie and I think we saw Robin in there and Sean and Reggie. Thank you guys for coming in and joining us tonight. Tonight we're going to
those guys, all three of them.
Oh yeah, there's quite a few that have been with us, and we really appreciate those who keep coming back and asking questions and engaging and such, because that helps us give you some of the information you're looking for. So tonight we're going to start off and talk a little bit about. About how did you word that, Ron?
Things that stupid things we've done in our career. Yes.
Yeah, stupid things that we've done in our career. Yeah,
stupid things.
So we're going to talk a little bit about that. We have our drawing we're going to be doing after a little while. Then we're going to add a little bit after. We'll talk some more, and then we're going to come back and do another drawing from the chat room and giving away. Let's see, we've got a couple of things we're going to give away tonight. We'll get to that a little bit later. Came on for the Mobile Beat Pass.
So much to do.
Sweet. So we've got, and then we'll do the pass now. Oh yeah, that's right. We got Top Hits USA. We're giving no music away later. So that's, I knew ahead of everything. We'll get it. So,
and you're giving away gig gloves. I remember that.
Yeah, gig gloves. That's right. If it's someone we can mail them to in the U.S., we'll do that. They'll get the Mobile Beat Pass during this and the gig gloves. If it's not, like last evening, we had a Canadian address, and they could still get the Mobile Beat Pass because they just have to show up at, we just give them the name and they just show up at the door and they can get their pass. But we can't send gig gloves across the border. So then we had to do a special drawing and give the gig gloves away.
Huh.
So yeah, that is that. So let's do $1 million. Yeah, we were looking for the checkbook for that one, Reggie, and I just couldn't find a checkbook. Otherwise, yeah, that was my prize tonight, $1 million.
We gave that away yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah, yesterday. You just missed
You
it.
just missed it.
Oh, it was
Oh.
So this what we were talking about dumb things we've done is this past week we've been talking a little bit about Yellow Pages, and I had a message from a young DJ who's like, basically,
what's Yellow Pages?
Yeah, what's Yellow Pages? You keep talking about this like it was something that was this magical marketing tool. What are you guys talking about? And so. For those of you, and I know a few of us, pretty much maybe all of us in the chat room right now have been around for a little while, but if you're new and you're watching this show and you haven't experienced the Yellow Pages, first off, that was this thing called a phone book. And phone books were used at one time for more than just recycling or, to level a table that was in your apartment. The back of the phone book had the Yellow Pages, and we used to take out ads. And what was in this particular part of the world, and Ron, it might be a little different in your world, is you'd have a company that would basically do maybe 10 Yellow Pages and covering your geographic region. And you could go and you could buy an ad in this one, and then for a percentage, not 100%, but like say for another 50% of the cost of this ad, you could put it in this phone book and then this phone book. And you could basically, the more phone books you did, the better deal you got. So...
Yellow Pages were and then it got, I mean, it was if you could afford a full-size ad in a Yellow Pages, you were like very successful DJ or a very broke DJ, one of the two. I mean,
for sure,
huge ads. And the problem with the Yellow Pages was, we used to blame, actually, let me rephrase that. We used to blame the Yellow Pages for couples that would call us only asking about price. It was the fault of the Yellow Pages.
Yeah, I remember that.
And how, you don't really need an ad. You just put in a listing, which is pretty much what I used to do. I had just like a little small 1 inch, I think, of even that big of a listing in the Yellow Pages. But yeah, that was how people found you, under disc jockey. You went under disc jockey, and there were all the listings. And the Kansas City phone book was usually pretty thick.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, you could buy into the little regional phone books all around the city because, everybody uses the phone book or used the phone book. It's kind of funny though. I still get ads. I still get, you get those letters in the mail that say, this is not a bill.
Yes.
But you're listed in some Yellow Page book somewhere, and if you want that listing, the idea is they think that just by sending that to you that you're going to send them money.
There must be somebody. They've been doing it for many years.
Yeah,
somebody must be doing it.
But they had to pay for the postage somehow, I guess, and there must be some people that it was the odds of just getting somebody to pay was enough to offset their cost of marketing this thing. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to. Yellow Pages. Thank goodness it's gone. Now it's online. It's Yelp. If you want it, you go to Yelp.
Yelp, or
there's online.
Yeah, there's a few different avenues for that. But we went from the regular listing and having regular listings, and every time you would upgrade, at least again with the major company we worked with, you would get a little bit of a discount. Oh, well, if you upgrade, you can get a 50% discount. So, the next year we'd go to bold listings everywhere because, we got those and we got those at a discount.
Yeah.
And then it's like, if you go to a 1 inch box, oh my gosh. So we ended up getting ourselves up to the point where we were, I believe at our peak, we were at a quarter page ad in all these phone books. And the way we would do it is we went to one of the cheaper ones and paid the full rate in one of the cheaper phone books, and then you could get all the other ones for a discounted rate. So there was, I want to say we were probably over $1,000 a month into these, and this is again central Minnesota, so you're not talking a huge population, but we're, as a 16 system company at that time, we're paying about $1,000 a month. But that was really beyond a bridal show. That was our marketing dollars. I remember the excitement though in our office the very first time that they said we can do a knockout. Yellow Pages, the page is yellow. They could do a knockout and make it so that your box ad was white.
Oh yeah.
So everything was yellow and then
stand out. Or red ink.
Yep. When they came out with the red ink, that was another big thing because it was all black and yellow prior to that. Oh, those were big days, and we were when's that book going to come out? And for a while, that really was it. The book would come out, and within days afterwards, the phone would start to ring. Back at that time, I think a good day was 15 phone calls a day. A bad day was 5 or less. And there were times I remember the one day I think we had like 22 calls, and on a day that, and we had at that time we were actually doing some of the booking over the phone. And I think we booked like a quarter of them that day, and it was like, oh my gosh, we need to go out to eat because let's say there were 5 shows, and that was about $2,000 worth of work at the time because we were about $450 somewhere in that ballpark, back then.
Well, you reminded me in talking about the different books that I even used to go in different sections of the Yellow Pages. You had DJ, then you had wedding. You had entertainment. There was an entertainment section. There was a planning section. I mean, you had all these placements. Of course, if you bought the main ad, then they would give you 1 or give you 2, just simple listings. But you had to figure out what part of the phone book you wanted to be in order to make that work for you. But the Yellow Pages was that was. And actually, I don't even think we get a phone book anymore. I haven't seen a phone book. They used to throw them in the driveway, and I don't even see them anymore.
Yeah, we get one in the mail that comes through every year, and it's because of where we are geographically that people like 3 miles from us are in a different phone book, and we don't get that phone book, and that's so it's for sure Mr. Google and everything. So some of when we get back to our we were going to be used for our topic tonight of some of the stupid things that we have done. It's gonna revolve. One of mine is around Yellow Page, the Yellow Page world. Is we decided that we were going to branch into a different market, and we looked up at the Fargo market. I had some friends up there, and it's like, you know what? Let's just invest a little bit of money, and we're going to go up to the Fargo market. And the Yellow Page person talked me into doing a half-page ad up there. This was a one-time thing that we did. We went up, we did the bridal show up there in January. We did the half-page ad, and what I did is because of going up there, and I was just offering this really kind of exclusive ritzy package at the time, that the base price of that was $2,500 is what I was going to be offering, where around here, my price for my weddings was probably around $900 at the time. So we went up there, we took out that big ad, we went and did the bridal show, and we put the time and different things into that. By the time we were done with that half-page ad and that, I think it was about $4,000 worth that we had invested between the two. All that work, and we booked 1 show out of it. The irony of it is that bridal show, we ended up having, I think, 3 or 4 people who had booked us later because they saw us up there, but they booked it in our local market. And I wasn't at the time asking where the lead came from to know if I should be quoting those rates or the rates from down here. So they saw my information and me up there, and then they came down here and were booking me in Alexandria for the 900 or 1,000 or whatever it was at the time. So yeah, the only thing we can really say we attributed to was this venue, a nice venue up in Alexandria, but they don't have elevators and it's on the 3rd floor.
So you went and invested all this money in a bridal show and got nothing in return. See, what I did was I didn't invest all the money. we one time, this was 25 years ago, we went we printed up a bunch of like half sheet flyers about my business. At the time, my business was called the Near Full Productions. That was the name of my company when I
remember that, yeah.
And the reason I chose Near Full Productions because my mother used to say, "I'll give you a near full." That was, and I needed a business card like pretty quick, so I had to come up with a name. Near Full Productions worked. I mean, that was the name of my company, and so that
I'm glad you weren't coming off a case of like syphilis or gonorrhea or something.
Yeah. Well, and it was funny because it's going to turn into like a 3-part story. Okay, so first off, in Near Full Productions, going back to the Yellow Pages. Yellow Pages challenged me on the name of my company because it was An Earful Productions. That was the registered name. And why? Because every DJ company in the world, when the Yellow Pages was listed, or was out there, everybody used to have an A on the front of their name. There were DJ companies that were AAA, quadruple A, quadruple A DJ company, just so they could have top listing with the 4 A's.
Yeah.
So I actually had to send the Yellow Pages proof that I was registered in the state as an Earful Productions to get them to give me the A listing. Otherwise, I would have had to live with an E listing. production. And to be honest with you, I don't know that I actually thought about it at the time that I did it. It was just an earful. I mean, my mother used to say, I'm going to give you an earful. But then after I heard from the Yellow Pages, it was like, hey, that was actually pretty clever. I came up with a keyword. And then on top of that, then I went to all this effort of coming up with my phone number, 816 area code 224 prefix, and then 4487. If you look on your phone, 4487 is HITS, HITS. I had to work really, really hard to get that number and that 816-224 exchange, because they didn't want to give it to me, and I insisted and fought it, and finally I got it. So all of my business cards used to read 224 HITS. What were we talking about? Oh, we were talking about, so you spent all this money on the bridal show. So again, going back to an Earful Productions, this eons ago, there was a bridal show, one of the very first bridal shows I remember in the market. So we did these half-page flyers about my company, an Earful Productions, book us, we're the best, yada, yada, yada. We have music, we have lights, we have sound, and it had my phone number on it. We went to a bridal show, only we didn't pay to be there, and we just went around to all the cars that were parked outside, and we shoved these half-sheet flyers underneath the windshield wipers. They called the cops on us, and we had to go back and remove all of those half-sheet flyers. So they're stupid things we've done in the past. So I've learned never to do that. And after that, we just started putting flyers under the windshield wipers with no company name or telephone number, so we wouldn't get in trouble anymore.
And that worked out so much better.
It did. I mean, because I never got a call after that.
Yeah, exactly. You never had any problems with. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. I think though, looking back, most of the really stupid things I've done as a business owner is probably related to the whole hiring and firing system. As I was looking at you telling the story about some of the marketing things, and I don't think I ever really had anything like that. But as I look back, if there's any aspect of the business I would like to do over, it's that whole you've heard the phrase hire slow and fire fast, and I'm not that type of person, unfortunately, or I wasn't at that time. It was, ooh, you've got a pulse. Let's go DJ. And then of course they're out there DJing, and then they're either drinking or doing this or doing that and whatever, and it's like,
we're not showing up.
Let me tell you that story. So Lori and I, this is about the time we were probably about 6 systems at this time, and Lori was doing her show and I was doing mine, because it started out Lori would go with me. And then we went 2 ways, and we were looking, it's like, wow, we're doubling our money. This is awesome. We should add more systems. So we did. So we get to this point. We hired this gal who was she was a radio DJ, and she had worked in a couple of major markets and now was living out here in the sticks. And she knew her music, and she was good on a microphone. She had this propensity that once the dance started, she would basically play the music and she'd just sit there and watch the dance floor. And then you flip the songs and watch the dance floor. And I saw pictures of her. She's just like glaring at the dance floor, and it's like, don't do this. This is not cool. But anyway, there's no way to stop her with that. So she's headed to this wedding, and at the time, unfortunately, we were doing weddings about an hour to 2 hours away from the main office. And Lori was one direction, I was the other direction doing ours. And the gal's name was Michelle, and she was headed her way. And she gets we get a this is before cell phones, and I get a call at my venue, and it's the call had gone back to the house when we had a babysitter there, and the babysitter figured a way to call the venue and basically to call back in. So I called back to the house, and a babysitter's like, yeah, your DJ called, and she was driving down the road, and her engine started to make this weird noise, and she decided that instead of going to her event, she was going to try to get herself limped back home. And it's like, what? There's a wedding. How would you can't do... So she didn't get a hold of the bride until she got back home, which was about another, from where she was at, it was a 2.5 hour drive to get back home. So She's getting a hold of the bride. It would have been pretty much about the time she was supposed to start. That was the last show that young lady did for us. But going and you got a car problem. After that, we put it into our training manual that if you're having a car problem, then here's the way. First one you would get a hold of is you call back to the office, because we had an 800 number, so you could get back to that. And then we're going to send one of my family members out to go, and they'll go out with their truck. They'll throw the gear in the back end. They will take you there, and you'll do your show, come back, and the next day we'll figure out how to get your car wherever it needs to go. But someone's got to get there. It can't not happen.
That's why I quit being. I commend people like Mike Walter and others who do multi-op. I can't do it. I just don't. I don't have my stress levels just go off the chart. Or used to back when at one point I had 15 DJs working for me, 13 sound systems and 15 DJs. And I mean, there was nothing worse than being at a wedding myself and having my phone blow up because a sound system didn't work. And 9 times out of 10, it would be I could solve the problem 80% of the time by asking one question, and that was, did you turn the amp up? Mm-hmm. Because that was always the one thing everybody forgot to do, was turn up the amp. It's like, did you turn up the amp? I had enough times that I actually went out to a venue to try to troubleshoot a problem and find out that the amp had not been turned up. But yeah, after a while I just said, I can't do this. I just can't. I want to worry about me and just me. Hey, and something occurs to me, John, because we're gonna share some more here. But it occurs to me, if it's okay, those people that are watching this, come on, plug in what the most embarrassing or stupid thing you've ever done at a wedding. I promise, John and I promise, we will not call you out by name. We'll just read whatever it is that you put down in the comment section, because come on.
The comment section is
none of us came into this profession all squeaky clean. We all learned the hard way. We all did stupid stuff. As a matter of fact, John's stupid stuff, though, it doesn't sound. John's too nice of a guy to have done anything stupid on a microphone. I, on the other hand, I have a big mouth, so I would do all. So when I first started my company, I was doing a little thing called Rock and Bowl, which that's what
I've heard of it. Yeah.
We were doing 13 rock and bowls a week.
Wow.
And there was one of the bowling centers that I worked almost every weekend that they would have big parties would come in late at night. And rock and bowl was something that happened like from midnight to 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, these things, I know they still do them nowadays, but at any rate, so there was a big party going on at one end of the bowling center one night. And I asked about the party, and they said, oh yeah, they were celebrating some guy's graduation. And I said, oh yeah, what did he graduate? Oh, he graduated from medical school. Yeah, what kind of doctor is he? And they went, yeah, he's a chiropractor. And I got on the mic and I said, oh, I thought it was a real doctor. I had a party of about 30 people that were extremely pissed off. I'm sorry, I can't say.
They were unhappy.
Too late. They were really unhappy with me. I wound up buying them all drinks, and I felt really, really bad because I thought I was being funny, and evidently chiropractors don't have a sense
of humor.
So I most of my troubles always came because of stuff I did on a microphone instead of stuff I did business wise. You would think I would learn, but today I don't say anything. I just hold the mic. And
probably on the microphone, the worst thing is I was introducing a wedding party, and I had, and this is one of the first times that I was starting to get out from behind the booth when I was introducing the wedding party. So I'm walking, and I just did all the wedding party was in, and now, ladies and gentlemen, stand and let's make some noise for. And I was just about the time I was asking everyone to stand up. This mother was here, and she's like, Kathy, will you sit down? Or whatever the little girl's name was. So instead of saying the bride and the groom's name, I called the bride Kathy, because that was, for some reason, and here I am as and everyone for Jim and Kathy. Yeah, let's hear it for Jim and Kathy. I said their names a half a dozen stupid times wrong as they're coming into the room.
And everybody's going, who the heck is Kathy?
Oh my gosh, I was like, I can't believe I did that. And afterwards, it's like, do I do something, say something, or do I just ignore it and continue on? And I've never, and again, for some reason, I was just so confident in the names that night. I was just going, and oh yes, oh my God.
I don't think there's a DJ alive that can honestly say that at some point in their life as a wedding, especially in the wedding world, that they did not announce either. They may have gotten the names close, but they had to have made an error in announcing a bridal couple. Whether I've announced people, I remember announcing back in the day, you used to always work. Pretty much all my time was spent with the bride. So instead of actually being with the bride and groom as I do now, so her maiden name was always stuck in my head.
Oh,
so
yeah.
instead of introducing them on a married name, I was always introducing, well, not always, but I would introduce on the maiden name sometimes, and people go, no, it's whatever. And there's nothing that makes you feel worse than doing the wrong
names. Yeah.
name. Yeah. I just, and yeah, today it's easier to recover from if you have a relationship with a couple. But back then, if if they were paying you just to make announcements and get them right, then you were in deep doo-doo if you did something wrong. So.
And at that time, the idea of a DJ making many announcements, even introducing the wedding party was, oh, really? You do that? Yeah, it was kind of unheard of. Yeah.
I mean, can you remember? I mean, there was a time when, for me even, where it was just, please welcome the bride and groom. Because I couldn't get to my paper fast enough, or it was just, that was the way you did it. It was always just like those videos that Randy shows of now the bride and groom are going to do the first dance. Now the bride is going to dance with dad. The bride is going to dance, or the groom is going to dance with his mom. I mean, that was just the way, because there was no real relationship here. You were just being paid to go and make a bunch of announcements, play some music, and hope that you got through the 4 hours without somebody spilling a drink on your board.
Is that the truth? Because Lord knows that happened a time or two over our years of play.
So is Howie or whoever else? Who else is on with us? Is Howie and
we got Howie, and I'm seeing Art, DJ Brandon, Robin, Ever After Entertainment.
Anybody sharing some stories?
Yeah, we had a few.
What do we got?
This has got to win. I said, let's give a round of applause to the bride and groom at a lesbian wedding.
Let's give a round of applause to the bride and groom at what?
A lesbian wedding.
Oh, wow.
A same-sex marriage. That is fun. That's fun.
Well, one of them,
it is hard. It's hard to see how they took it, and
I'm sure they probably laughed it off.
Probably. I'm thinking that there's many worse things.
The first gay wedding I ever did, I remember sitting down. It was two guys, and I said, the groom when we were in this communication in advance of even meeting, and the groom said, I should probably let you know, this email communication, I probably should let you know that we're a gay couple. The grooms, one of them was named Chad, the other one was Kelly, so it could have been a bride and groom, but it was gay guys. So, and he said, does that bother you? And I said, it doesn't bother me as long as it doesn't bother you that I've never done a gay wedding before. And so we met, and they booked me. It was a lot of fun meeting with them. And in the very first planning meeting, I remember saying, you're going to have to help me out here, because I have never done a gay wedding before. As I told you, I've never done a gay wedding before. And the guy goes, Chad said, we've never done a gay wedding either before. So we're all going to learn together. So it was fun. It was a fun experience being able to just pull out the stops and do whatever. So what else you got?
That would be very cool. I wonder if we should do our drawing, get the drawing, do that for tonight, and then we'll come back in. So I've got since we're sharing war stories, it reminded me of one where a staff member took a night off, and the little ordeal that went with that. So let's give that one a here in just a couple of minutes. We've got our drawing, of course, we're going to be doing tonight for the Mobile Beat Pass. We're going to get to that in just a second. We're going to put our sponsors up here. This is the sponsors and the prize we're giving away throughout the 12 days. If you're watching and you haven't signed up, go out to discjockeynews.com/ 12 days of Christmas. 1, 2, the number 12 days of Christmas, and you can get yourself registered. We're going to be giving away different prizes each and every night. You're doing the pass here. Second show tonight, we're going to be doing the music. Then we've got controllers and lighting and different things. It's just going to be a really busy week for the next, goodness, what are we on, day 3, 4? 3, 4. Anyway, we've got a lot of stuff going. So it's just going to get.
And you call me old?
These just go running right in. Okay, here's the sponsors for tonight. We'll be right back with our drawing for the evening.
It's that time of year again. Time to sign up for the Disc Jockey News 12 Days of Christmas giveaway. This year we have 12 days packed full of amazing prizes you can win. On the first day, you can win 5 specialty video downloads worth $125 from promo only. On day 2, someone is going to win a full show pass for Mobile Beat Las Vegas 2017. Up for grabs on day 3 is 3 months of digital downloads from Top Hits USA. On day 4, you can win a Swarm 5 FX from Chave DJ. Multiple winners on night 5 means you can win either a Weather System EXA from Blizzard Lighting or one of 4 copies of Dex 3 software from PC DJ. On night 6, we're giving away a Stinger Star from ADJ. You can make your own Christmas star if you win the prize on night 7, an Uno Laser Legacy GBC from ProX. On the 8th day, you can win 1 year of digital downloads from Prime Cuts. Up for grabs on the 9th day is an iPad Mini brought to you by DJ Event Planner. On the 10th day, you have a chance to win a Newmark NV2 DJ controller. Win on the 11th day, and you can be playing your holiday music from a set of EKX 12-piece speakers from EV. And finally, on the 12th day, JBL is offering up a shiny new pair of PRX 815W speakers. Bonus prize, all the winners from each night will also receive their own pair of gig gloves. You even have a chance to snag up some official Disc Jockey News gear just by joining our chat room on each night's live show. To sign up, stop by discjockeynews.com/12 days of Christmas. No purchase is necessary and all prizes will be delivered by Christmas. Best of luck, everyone.
So those are the sponsors for the 12 Days of Christmas here with the Disc Jockey News, and we want to thank them. Show them some love. Their links should be down in the description below. If you're looking for any of the material that they are selling, whether it's event planning, lighting, go give them a shout. Give them some love. Say thank you for helping to support what we do here at the Disc Jockey News, because without them, this would not happen. Tonight, we're going to be giving away a Mobile Beat Pass right now. And our winner for the Mobile Beat Pass, I don't have a, I think I've got a drum roll over there, but not over here.
You hear it?
Yeah, I do. Thank you. Let's see how long Ron can do a drum roll. Our winner is from North Carolina tonight. From David Barrier from Your Dream DJ is our winner, and we'll get some information out to David and such, and get that over to Mobile Beat so they can get you hooked up to be part of the March 13th through the 16th, something like that. Anyway.
13, 14, 15. Yeah, 13 through 16. Absolutely.
Yeah, I got it right.
No. Yes. Yeah, you're right.
Somewhere in that ballpark. It's March, and it's in that middle time frame.
It's the week of spring break, and it ends 16th because it ends the day before St. Patrick's Day.
So we'll be down there and such. So David, thank you very much for signing up, and congratulations.
Congratulations.
Because that, I believe the pass is now, because they're rare, are worth close to $4.3 million. I might be rounding up.
Yeah.
But that's also giving you access to Ron Ruth at the show, so it's a deal.
Absolutely. Just don't touch me.
Yeah, you just can't touch. Just can't touch.
Come and watch. You can talk to me, but no. And I'm not signing autographs this year either.
Well, that one you were doing really well until that one time you said you insisted that you sign that lady's shoulder.
Yeah.
No, I don't sign paper. I only sign shoulders, and she got kind of creeped out at that.
Yeah.
Because you signed it with your tongue. I don't understand it, but we'll move on.
Now you're going down a road I'm not even going to go down with you. You're on your own, buddy.
Big prizes.
Stupid things we've done on a live stream. Go for it, John. Come on.
People have won big prizes. This year, our big stuff, if you count the things that are, we've got some $400 and it's $500. We've got our speaker systems that are pushing the value of around $2,000. So
wow.
we've got some pretty cool things. coming up. Yeah, you guys are probably following the chat room, so we're not going to reflect on some of those, but yeah.
So we have any more stupid things we've done?
I'm going to share one more that was, and it's not that me doing a stupid thing as much as it was stupid things that DJs do. So there was a DJ who when the internet first started, and there was this thing called ICQ, and we were all on DJ. I believe it was DJ Chat. Actually, it started out as a Mobile Beat. Mobile Beat had a chat room at first.
I remember that. Yeah.
And then from there, Ryan broke off with ProDJ.com, and Sid Vanderpool went off with DJ Chat, and they did their thing. But this would have been probably towards the end of the Mobile Beat time frame. We were using this instant messaging thing called ICQ.
Oh, I remember that.
My oldest child grew up, and one of the first words was "uh-oh," because that's what ICQ. Whenever somebody would message you, would say that "uh-oh." So I met this DJ, and he was from Canada, and he wanted to come down to the States and get down. And we talked, and we were back and forth, and we had a couple of little business dealings back and forth. And it's like, there's this really cool, good market that's down the road quite a ways, but there's a good market. Why don't you come down and you can basically open up a branch of our business, our multi-system, and you kind of expand, and you'd be basically heading that up. We'll train some DJs and go that route. So came down and found out that they were not the most motivated folks and such. So they came down. I threw some shows their way, and then there was a weekend in which I got to take this weekend off. I can't do a show. They were an experienced DJ from Canada. They came down and they had some gear, but it was kind of crappy gear. So I had furnished them with some better quality gear, so they would be basically matching our style and our level of gear we were running at the time. So anyway, the weekend he had to take off, and I happened to be doing a show, unbeknownst to him, just beyond where he lived in that vicinity. So I'm headed down the road, and I'm going along, and you've seen these road signs where they have the big arrow, and it's they can put the words up. And I'm going down. It's like, wait a second, that's a DJ company name that I remember from somewhere. Wait, that's the guy from Canada, his company name. So I turned around, went back, and I was going to go in and ask, and it's like, is this who I think it is? And so there was the venue's open, but no bar managers or anyone around. So I go in there and I walk back, and it's like, oh, the DJ's already set up, middle of the afternoon. So I go back there and I start looking, and it's like, oh, there's my controller, there's my speakers, there's my lights, and look, where our banner would typically be, again, we used banners back in the day, there is his banner.
Uh-oh.
Interesting. Got back on the road and called back, and then we made some phone calls. The gear was taken out of the place, and that was the last time that person was involved with our company. No.
Imagine what they're surprised when they showed up and all the gear was gone.
Yeah, it's yeah. Well, he went and then he brought his own stuff back in. Yeah, if it would have happened today, I probably would have gone in there and just taken everything out. And of course, I wouldn't do it today because it's just getting back to what you were saying, Ron. It's not worth the headache anymore.
Well, and I don't want to take anything away from multi-ops because I know, like, Mike Walder has got it down to an art form.
Yeah.
And if you're going to be, I wish Mike had been around when I first started and I was multi-opping, because I would have loved to have learned from him. But I'm at a point now where, I have a hard enough time. Sometimes I want to send myself home.
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly.
Yeah.
So we like to do our own little thing, and I'm comfortable with that. That's a good thing. We got a few more minutes again before we wrap up, and then we're going to be going to the music show. So that means I'm going to transition over there, and Jimmy's going to be coming on, and I'm not sure if MJ is going to be able to make it with us tonight or not, but we're going to go, and during that time, we're going to be talking about we're going to be doing kind of a group making a set of songs based on a song that Jimmy's picked out. I asked him to pick out about 10 semi-wedding related songs, and we're going to basically do what would you follow that up with. So we're going to have this conversation in the chat room. If you're one of our insiders, you can go to the Facebook page and you can get the link that will allow you to join us in the webinar side of it, so you can be instantly answering questions and such without the YouTube lag. There's also going to be a YouTube, and there will be a chat room on YouTube, and I'm going to try to follow everything tonight with that second show. Yes, there is another show. I wonder if I can grab that. If you guys are following my personal Facebook page, it's the one where, well, wait a second. If I go paste, ooh, hey, it's still copied into the clipboard. There, that should be the link to the next show, or not. But it's a YouTube link, so
you are so prepared. I mean,
hush. Everything when everything works, then we're prepared. I mean, I've got this part and that part, and I think I'm set up over there. I have a slight buzz on the microphone. I'm not happy about that.
Yeah, it just sucks to be you tonight.
No, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I can see well enough to know what I'm doing. So that's
how much time do we have?
We got to be wrapping up. We got about 5 minutes.
Well, we got 5 minutes. Okay, so can we spend like a little bit of time talking about things that annoy us?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so like right now is the holiday season. I don't know when you'll be watching. People will be watching this online after live. But does anybody else agree? Does everybody else agree with me that Hallelujah is not a Christmas song? I mean, can we all agree that Hallelujah, sung by Pentatonics, because Pentatonics sings it and it's a great version of the song, it is not a Christmas song? Can we all agree on that? Is that a possibility? The other listeners agree?
I would think so, because it isn't. The song was not intended for that. I don't believe.
No, I don't think it was either. Yeah, and I also want to talk about people who things that annoy me. The people that go into a parking lot and they park in a row waiting for someone to pull out of a parking place so that they can pull in, even though it's going to take them like 20 minutes because they got 5 children that they have to put in car seats, and they got to put away all the gifts, and they have to get inside their car and do all those things. There's no reason to do that. You know, a little exercise. We are an obese nation. If you walk an extra 20 feet, it's not going to hurt.
You won't die.
You won't die. As a matter of fact, it would be healthy for you. Let's just make it a rule. You cannot do that. Did you know, by the way, speaking of that, did you know that I think it's MLB is considering and actually even experimented with it somewhere where you cannot, if you get up from your seat to go to the bathroom or the snack bar, you cannot go back to your seat until it's between batters, so that you're not disturbing other people while somebody is at the plate.
How in the world would they manage that?
I don't know, but I heard I think it was this past summer that they were experimenting with that they wouldn't do that, which in a way I can kind of see, because depending on who's at the plate, you don't want somebody walking in front of you at about the same time that they knock the ball out of the park.
Yeah, for sure.
So what annoys you, John? Because you're such a nice guy, nothing probably annoys you. There's got to be something.
And I'm not a very patient person, for one thing.
No.
I'm not patient at all, and that's probably been one of the biggest. A lady came up to me today while we were at our children's. They had a Santa Day this morning, and a gal came up and she's like, John, it's great to see you out, because I haven't been out that much locally. It's great to see you out, and and she goes, how are things going? It's like, well, it's been a real test of my patience, because I'm not a very patient person. I like things to get done right now, and we move on. And she said, and it's very classic. Very classic response from a Christian person, that God is testing you and he's teaching you patience right now. And I boy, is he ever. There's no way around that, because this whole thing of trying to do anything takes twice the amount of time, having to rely on other people and wait for other people to take me here and take me there, or to do this, do that. It's like, it's so slow. So what annoys me right now, that it takes so long to do everything, and I'm not as patient as I should be. It's probably my biggest.
This too shall pass, we hope. We're all hoping. Maybe it'll be the greatest Christmas gift you ever get. But you know what? Speaking of Christmas, rather than talking about all these crazy things, I got to tell you, it's going to be the holiday season, and especially with a granddaughter and family, it's becoming more and more cherished every year, and I'm really looking forward to Christmas. I don't know about you. I love the I'm sure you are too. You've got like 20 children you have to shop.
Exactly.
And they all get one piece of coal You pick out the one child that gets a gift, and everybody else gets.
They have to split that piece of coal. By the way,
Yeah.
we're a tough household.
But and it's going to sound sappy, but I've been writing for Disc Jockey News now for like 6 years. I think this actually made my sixth. This November marked my 6th year. And I got to tell you, I'm so grateful for people that read my articles. I'm also grateful for the people that don't. I would prefer more people read it, but I understand if they don't.
I still love you.
You got to get past all the fluff in the first 5 pages to get to page 6. I understand. By the time you get to page 6, you're worn out. But or you could just jump to page 6, whatever. But no, seriously, I've enjoyed the journey of writing for Disc Jockey News and the journey of having some of the readers reach out to me and ask questions or ask for advice or opinions. That's kind of a very cool thing.
Yeah, it definitely is.
And it really all comes back to you, John, because you're the one that invited me, actually tricked me into becoming a writer, and that's another story in and of itself.
We'll have to get to that one some other time.
Some other time we'll get to that one. If you want to know, you can write me, Ron Ruth at discjockeynews.com, and I'll be happy to share the story.
Okay, Ron, I need you to pick a number between 1 and 20.
47. No, I'm just kidding. 18.
5, 6, 7, and 18. DJ Brandon.
Hey, DJ Brandon.
DJ Brandon is going to be winning the choice of. I'm not sure where Brandon's from. Brandon, I think he's a U.S. I think Brandon's in the U.S. yet. Brandon, we'll figure out. We'll either be doing a T-shirt, subscription to the Disc Jockey News, something like that.
Oh, you want the subscription to Disc Jockey News, man? That's worth
I think Brandon. Watches or checks that out online. But no, yeah, he states. So Brandon, message me when we're done with the show at the end of the night tonight, because we'll get you hooked up. So I got to make a note here that DJ Brandon was our tonight's winner.
While you're making that note, I'm going to plug myself.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so right here, brand new website. I just got it up today. Probably still needs a little tweaking. I want you to go check it out, audiomatinglovestory.com. Workshop's coming to Las Vegas Mobile Beats, an approved workshop. So, and it'll be at the Trop on Sunday, full day Sunday, half day Monday. Right now, early bird pricing is like $500 for a day and a half of learning. This is going to be an awesome experience. If you want to know everything about it, so go to this particular thing. If you want, if you're with us tonight, and only through, I'll make it through the 10th of December. If you watch this video or you're with us tonight and you contact me personally by through Disc Jockey News, you got to use the Disc Jockey News email address and tell me you want to go, I will give you an extra $50 discount. But you have to do it by December the 10th, and you have to do it through the Disc Jockey News email, ronruth@discjockeynews.com.
There we are.
There you are. That's my Christmas gift to all the wonderful people that have been with us tonight.
That's awesome, Ron. Thank you very much. Thank you guys for being with us tonight. I'm going to put that link, if I can do it one more time here, and that right there. And Ron's got his link, the audioamazinglovestory.com. Check that out. We'll be back in probably about 10 minutes. I'm going to try to get over there and get things switched over. Ron, thanks for being on tonight.
Hey, thank you, John. Thanks, everybody. Bye. Hey, Merry Christmas.
And boom.